Good morning, children. Okay. The other day, those who have attended for offline classes, I have explained this lesson, but still a brief summary of the lesson, the gifts of nature. Switching to your next English lesson, that is prose, page number 88. So, it's a lesson about gifts of nature. So, what all the nature gives you? As you had already studied in science, right? There are some renewable resources and non-renewable resources, and the resources which are got by nature are called as natural resources. Now here today we are going to thank God and also to see the great wonderful creature God has given us with His nature, and so well we are blessed with this nature. Okay, a beautiful lesson. That is unit number 8, the gifts of nature. Before we could start with the lesson, there is some listening and speaking over here. Man cannot live without the gifts nature has given to him. Yes, exactly. We cannot live without the gifts of nature. Gifts of nature are the main things, that is food, water, shelter, sunlight, air. All these are the gifts of nature, where it is highly impossible for us to stay without them, right? Name 3 gifts nature has given us. So, which are the 3 natures God has given us? The main thing you can consider as sunlight, water, and also the earth. That is the Mother Earth, where you are so well situated in a very, very safe manner, right? Why is soil losing its fertility? Why does man destroy forest? What happens if man becomes too greedy and selfish? So these are the points we are going to discuss in this lesson. Why is man so selfish and greedy? Why is he not satisfied with what he is having? He wants to cut some more trees and some more things and build buildings for him, wherein we are troubling the nature. All these are the things we are going to study, right? We all know that God has given us the most beautiful gift, the gift of nature. So, which is the most beautiful gift God has given us? God has given us, it is the gift of nature. We have the long range of mountains, the wide oceans, the sparkling streams, the dense forest, the animals, birds and insects. We have colorful flowers, fruits, the earth we live on, and even the air we breathe, right? Isn't it? So what are these? Beautiful flowers and beautiful mountains, okay, and the oceans and trees for shelter. So many things the nature has provided for us. These gifts of nature are ours. Whose they are? They are obviously ours. So what we have to do? We have to protect them. We have to admire them. You should be happy to have this nature around you, right? And use it and preserve. It is our moral duty to look after the things God has given us. We must learn to take care of the gifts of nature so that these are not destroyed or harmed. So what is the moral duty? Moral duty of us, of human beings, is to take care of the nature, to admire it. Admire this with a praise. Say Baba, isn't it? When you are in the nature, isn't you are so happy with the beautiful green trees, and you are sitting under the shade, and in rainy season you will have that view is such a beautiful one, right? So it is all that it is to admire and preserve. Preserve means to protect. We must not use the gifts of nature for our selfish ends, but instead work to preserve them. So what is our moral duty? Our moral duty is to protect them and preserve them, and not to use for our selfish needs. Right? God, the nature has given enough to you, but if you don't make use of it properly, then what will happen? It will end it up. It will be totally destroyed. So we are not supposed to do that. 100 years ago, there were many more animals than there are today, right? So previously there were many animals. But over the years, hunters have killed them for sport or food in large numbers. It is feared that some species may soon become extinct. Today, these varieties of animals like tigers, lions and some rare species are on the verge of extinction. On the verge of extinction means they are about to, they are about to get over. They are totally getting exhausted. Why? Because man is killing them for their sport and food, which we are not supposed to do. If we do not care of these rare animals, there will be soon none left, except in pictures. We must not kill animals and birds for sport. For enjoyment purpose, you should not kill them, right? So even they are having life, we should know how to take care of them and protect them. We should also preserve the forest so that the wild animals can thrive and multiply. Thrive and multiply. What is thrive? Thrive means grow. Thrive and multiply. Thrive means they can grow and multiply. But at the same time, if you go on cutting them, what will happen? They will totally get vanished. So, you should allow the trees to grow and multiply. To most of us, the ocean is an endless expanse of water where there are countless fishes, right? Isn't it? Oceans are full of water and you have beautiful fishes over there. Isn't it? So, these beautiful fishes are there just because of the water available in the nature. There are countries, but today we are making the ocean dirty by throwing tons and tons of refuse into the rivers and oceans. We are throwing the waste. By that, what is happening? The water is getting polluted and the fishes in the water die there due to pollution. So, we are not supposed to do this. This is known as water pollution. Huge ships sometimes sink in bad weather and oil spreads over the surface of the ocean, thus preventing fishes and water creatures from breathing. So sometimes you might have seen. Now as today you have the air facility also, but the most of the important things, they are transported through waterways. And the ships, by mistake due to bad weather, if they sink, what happens? The chemicals in that gets mixed with the water and most of the creatures, water creatures, aquatic creatures, they die due to that pollution and the chemical effect. We have to be careful if we wish to preserve the waters for the fishes and sea creatures. So it is our main duty that we take care that all the fishes and the water creatures are taken care of. If you ever go for a picnic on the banks of a river, be careful not to throw your waste paper and tins and bottles into the river. Obviously, we do take care, but still there are some of your friends, those who do not take care and throw all the nonsense here and there. When you come to school also, it is your prime duty that you maintain with cleanliness. So in the same way, on the banks of the river, no doubt if you go for a picnic, you can enjoy them, but see that all these unnecessary things are not thrown there into the water or even on the banks. You have to use the dustbins to throw it. Avoid washing dirty dishes in the river. Help to keep the river water clean and usable. Right? If the water is clean, we can use it again and again. If the water gets polluted, it gets contaminated, then what is this? Who is suffering? Actually, we are the main sufferer. So you should make a note that we take care of the gifts of nature in a proper way. Trees are said to be green gold. So what are trees? Trees are said to be green gold. Right? It is as good as gold. Green gold. Why is it called so? Gold is the costliest metal, right? So everyone is fond of gold. In the same way, trees are also called as green gold because it's green in color and it is as valuable as gold. So it is called as green gold. They are so valuable to us that we cannot live without them. it is necessary to cut down trees in order to build our houses and for furniture. So we do that, but see that to what extent you are using those trees, right? But we should also plant more and more trees to maintain ecological balance. What is ecological balance? Ecological balance means it is balancing. Once you cut one tree, see that you plant another 4 trees so that the nature gets balanced, right? If you cut one tree, see that at the same time you plant some more tree where it can be balanced, right? This is seldom done. Seldom means we don't do it. Usually we don't do it. What is the opposite of seldom and often? Okay, seldom is nothing but which we don't do it again and again. Often is the opposite of seldom, right? Often, which we do it again and again. Seldom, usually we don't do it. Okay, this is seldom done. Usually we don't, as soon as we cut the trees, do we plant it again? It is our prime duty that we should plant. But most of the times we don't do it, right? That is the word seldom. We should help by planting saplings in the parks and along roadsides. We should see too that cattle do not destroy the young plants. Once a plant is planted, you have to take care of that by fencing it, right? Or else if the goats or cattle, anyone eats it, then it's no use that you are planting it, right? If you go out on a trek, remember to be very careful when you light the campfire. Now, campfire is a wonderful experience where wood logs, okay, wood logs are done kept like this in a, and here the campfire is lit. Okay, this is called as campfire, where you enjoy during the winter season. Around this ground, people sit there, warm up themselves, and they sing the songs and all. That is a great enjoyment. But what are the precautions taken during the campfire? Once it is lit, you can enjoy it. But while going, you have to remember that it is already lit out, and what are the things you have to take care. The fire must be put out before you leave the camp to avoid accidental forest fires, isn't it? Now if the fire is lit here, see that once you leave that place, see it is put out, okay, litting on and putting it out. What you should do, you have to take care, or else this may catch fire to the other part of the forest. You should be careful. We all admire flowers in the garden. A well-kept lawn is a joy to behold, isn't it? Beautiful garden. It is always it is said, there is a proverb telling, beauty lies in the eyes of a beholder. Right? What is that? When you see the beauty, your eyes get so satisfied. It is the way you admire. So when you look at the nature with beautiful flowers, beautiful gardens, you become overwhelmed with joy. Right? In a city, a nursery of flowers is such a lovely sight that it makes us feel we should plant one in our home. As soon as you see a beautiful garden, what happens? You too feel that you should make a beautiful garden of yourself. When you go to the park for a picnic or a walk, you must not pick flowers from the plants. If you want some flowers, ask the gardener. Request the gardener to give you a flower so that he can pluck it and give, rather than destroying the whole of the garden and plucking the flowers. He will tell you which flowers are ready for picking. So as you know, he may give you instruction. If you go, what will happen? You may just pick up a bud. Bud andre innu hoovaagde irodu, moggi irodu. So that is not correct. Let it bloom. Let the flower give its beauty. Then the gardener may advise you and he may give you a flower which is ready to pluck. Be careful not to step on the flower beds and remember not to take your pet animals to the garden. A beautiful garden flower bed is done wherein the grass and all is growing. Okay, see that on this flower beds or on the garden you do not go and allow your pets to move on that, wherein it will get stuck and the whole look of the garden vanishes, right? You are not allowed to do that. You know that bees and butterflies help to carry the pollen flowers from one place to another. Like most insects, they have an important function in nature. Therefore, do not catch butterflies or destroy the hives of the bees. Okay, most of you, even while coming to the school also, you might have seen the bad effect that how you disturb the bee hive and the bees get always, and you are stitched with that, and it's a very bad pain. So see that what you do not harm the butterfly or simply trouble the bees. They are in their hives. If you throw a stone and all, it may get disturbed and it may come and it may sting you itself and you will be in a great pain, right? So you are not supposed to trouble the bees and butterflies also. Nature's beauty. So finally, what are we going to study from this lesson? Nature's beauty is all of us to admire and enjoy, right? Why is this beauty so beautiful? It is just because we have to enjoy it. The moon, the stars, the mountains and the seas are a great source of beauty and inspiration to us, right? Once in a cold night, if you sit there in your terrace or outside in your veranda and look at the stars, you have such a beautiful feeling looking at the stars and the sky. So it is an inspiration to all of us, looking at the mountains, trees, oceans and the stars, which are the very precious gifts of nature. The source of beauty and inspiration to us. We must learn to appreciate this beauty and marvel at the wonderful handiwork of God. So what are you supposed to do? Finally, you are to marvel and admire the beauty, handiwork of God. What is it? It is handiwork of God. So what are you supposed to do? You are to marvel, you are to appreciate, you are to admire, right? At the beautiful handiwork of God. Okay? This was all the lesson about. The beautiful gifts of nature are given to you. See that you admire, you preserve it, and you will be happy with the gifts of nature which is given to you. A few meanings in the glossary, children. Just have a look. I will read it out to you. Dense. Dense is nothing but thick forest. Closely packed or crowded together, closely grown. Preserved, to keep something as it is. So you have to protect. Preserve is nothing but to protect. Extinct, not existing. What is extinct? They are becoming less and less, and totally they are not to be seen. That is called as not existing, that is extinct. Prevent. Prevent is nothing but to stop. Saplings, young plants. Campfire. It is a fire that you light out of doors when you are camping. As I have already told you, the fire is lit here and you camp out around the fire there and you enjoy those moments. Inspiration. What is inspiration? Inspiration is a feeling of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is nothing but interest. What you have it from your inner this. You get from someone or something which gives you new and creative ideas. So most of the time you tell, right? I am inspired by my dad. I am inspired by my mom. I am inspired by my teacher. I am inspired by this cricket star. So you are learning creative skills from that person whom you are inspired. That is called as inspiration. Handiwork, work done skillfully. Handiwork are the beautiful things what even you do at home. Knitting and that crochet and all is a beautiful handiwork. Painting, all these are handiwork of human beings, what you do. Now the gifts of nature are the handiwork of God. expands a large open area of land, sea or sky. Ecology. What is ecology? Ecology is a branch of biology. It deals with the relation of plants and living creatures to each other and to their environment. Ecology is nothing but study of the environment. So, here about plants and animals around you. Okay? Any doubts in this lesson? Hope there should be nothing. It's a beautiful lesson. Go through the lesson again. Read it properly with proper pronunciation, with the punctuation. Reading of the lesson is as must as you write the question answers. Okay? So, I can end up with this lesson assuming that you have all understood the lesson. Just go through the lesson. Have a nice day. Have a wonderful day. Play along. Stay safe and study hard.